up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Those who don't know me, my name is Howard. Today we're going to talk about road trips. Coronavirus pandemic is slowly starting to open back up, and been doing a little thinking about trying to do some moto camping. So made me think about what to bring. Well, I've been on several trips before, and maybe this is something you're considering doing for the first time. And these are going to be some tips that I've run across in the past and maybe you just didn't think about, or figured it wouldn't happen to you, but you never know. So the first one, the first one we get into is preparations. First off, know where you're going to go, know the area. I like to look out ahead and see where I'm going, obviously the destination, and see what there is to do around there. Some people like just going, and wherever the road takes them, it takes them, and that's cool. I like to go visit places and do different things. Like I said before, I like history. I like to look at different places and see what that place is all about. So that's the biggest thing, is preparing where I'm going to go. I like to have a somewhat of an idea of where I'm going to stop if it's a very long distance trip. That way I at least have some sort of sleeping arrangements made up. If you're going to camp, make sure you have the equipment to do so. If you're going to stay in a hotel, make sure you got a reservation at least somewhat lined up, so that when you get there, you're not out of luck and end up sleeping out in a field somewhere, getting rained on because you didn't prepare. So next thing, if you're camping, what kind of tent are you going to bring? I'm a pretty big dude, so a regular one-person tent is not going to work for me. I prefer like a 4 to 6 person size tent, because it gives me enough room to actually move around. That's the biggest thing, is making sure the tent that you select is yours, and it's going to be something that you're actually going to use time and time again if that's what's interesting you. I've personally, in the past, as far as lighting goes at night, I've just used my cell phone and it's worked perfect. Some people like using little pop-up lamps. Next thing is food. Most people doing moto camping, they don't really bring food along, or if it does, it's stuff that you can just quickly warm up, and a little propane heater, a little gas tank. Me, I just like going out and trying different new things from different places. So next thing I would suggest is get something to jumpstart your bike. I've been on trips before where for some reason my battery just went dead. Either I left my bike on for too long, had the radio on, trying to set something up, and just didn't pay attention. How are you going to jumpstart it if nobody's around? Not everybody carries jumper cables with them. And you could be out in the middle of nowhere, and pushing a big V-twin like the one I got is not something that you want to try doing on a whim. So they make little charging boxes, little jump boxes that you can get off Amazon, range between $50 to up to $150. I plan on getting one here soon, so that when I do take trips eventually, I at least have some way of starting my bike in the event that my battery fails. I mean, everything on a motorcycle is mechanical, and it's bound to fail if it's going to fail. There's nothing you can do about it. You can prepare, but if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I would say the next thing to prepare for is, if you're riding with a group of friends, make sure you guys have a common consensus of where you guys are wanting to go, and try to stick as a group. I mean, riding off by yourself isn't a bad thing, and just doing your own thing. I've done it before on a trip. A bunch of people wanted to go to when I was in New Orleans. They just wanted to go downtown New Orleans. I ended up going to see a buddy of mine like an hour away. It's fine. That's what trips are all about, is going to see friends and seeing new places. But it's kind of nice to have that backup support, so in case something happens, your friends are there, you can at least take care of what you got to take care of. Another key thing is rain gear. I've gone through 3 sets of rain gear. I can tell you right now, spend the money. I've tried frog togs. They do not work at all. I froze my tail off in the mountains with a set of frog togs on because they just leak through. They're not designed for that. They're just meant for static rain, but they're not made to be going in into the wind. It just the water just seeps right through. I got a pair off of Amazon. I forgot the name brand of them, but I'll link them in the description below, the exact ones that I got, and so far they have worked perfect. I don't get wet. They're light, and it doesn't make you feel like you are just dying in sweat because of the heat that your body produces. Another thing, I started wearing a 3/4 face helmet on road trips. I used to be a firm believer just wearing a half helmet. The older I'm getting, the less I care about looking cool. I'll probably even start wearing this one during certain trips. I'm getting used to it. It's kind of nice not having the wind just beating up on your face constantly for hours on end. I switched to that 3/4 face helmet with a face shield, and it has been a lifesaver. I don't feel as beat up at the end of the day. Purchase I made not too long ago was a Cena headset. I have the Cena 2.0. It's on my other helmet, not on this one, and I use that one to communicate with my buddies. That way we can at least have a conversation. You're not sitting there bored thinking to yourself after a while. If you're anything like me, after about the first 45 minutes to an hour, your head clears out, and then your brain just finally shuts down from whatever you're thinking about. And then after that, it's just your mind just kind of like mindlessly doing things, especially if you're in an area where it's not very populated and there's not much to look at. Another big thing that I do is I try to research places to eat. I'm all about the food. I love trying new things, trying little mom and pop restaurants. And don't be afraid to just take a chance. You never know. A lot of my fondest memories are just by chance. If I hadn't just stuck by a schedule, I never would have either saw that one thing or visited that one place and met that, very cool, interesting person that I met at the time. So for me, to the rest of you guys, if you're on a motorcycle trip, just be open. You're there to relax. If you're on 2 wheels heading somewhere, you're there to have a good time. Just have a good time. Don't be, I have to be at this place at this time, otherwise my trip's gonna go all to hell in a handbasket. Just be open-minded and just go with the flow. You'll have a lot better time if you do that. Just kind of getting out here, just riding around today. It's been a long couple of weeks, so I haven't posted anything. Oh, another thing. One more thing I should really make sure I instill in you guys is if you're gonna go on rides, long rides, or any kind of just out and about in town, wear sunblock or cover up. Don't be cool. Don't think, oh, I'm just gonna wear nothing. If I get tanned, I get tanned. I can tell you right now, me personally, I suffer from I got melanoma skin cancer almost 2 years ago, and it really changed my perspective on it because I was like that for a lot of years. Oh, I'll just be fine. I'll deal with it. But wear sunblock, and if you don't wear sunblock, put a long sleeve shirt on, cover up your face, because that stuff right there will definitely be the death of you if you're not careful. I'm trying to tell as many people as I can. The only reason I'm not wearing it today is it's so overcast right now, and I don't plan on being out for more than however long it takes to make this video, because I really don't want to get wet today. But well, that's going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up. Really appreciate it. It lets me know I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. If you haven't already, subscribe. Just subscribe to my channel, and then hit that bell notification. That way you can be notified when I post something new. Hope to hear from you guys. Something you guys want me to talk about, something new. Hit me up in the comments down below, and I will get back with you guys. Peace.